Hey, Totem families. Just want to give you a little introduction to sixth grade social studies. I'm Mr. Johnson. Feel free to call me or email me anytime you have any questions about my class. In this video, I'm going to talk about Skyward, Canvas, and a little bit about what we're studying for the rest of this year. So starting with Skyward, as you can see on the screen here, I've got my assignments over here on the right-hand side. For each student, you'll see just one bar. Of course, I see them all. You'll notice that there are blue and red columns. So the blue columns are assignments, so the things that we do each and every day. The red columns are assessments or our projects, whatever those may be. So far this year, we have had two projects, one on the continents and oceans, and then one which was our culture chart. So as you can see, everything in my class is worth 4 points. I try to make it easy for the students. They're kind of just learning fractions and percentages this year. But the way that breaks down is the assessments, as you can see in the pie chart, those are worth a bigger piece of the grade than the assignments. So even though assessments are only worth 4 points, it's still a bigger chunk of your student's grade. And I'm always very clear with them. I grade on rubrics. Those are available on Canvas when we do have a project. So moving on here, my class Canvas page, you'll find it here. I'm going to go full screen. My class Canvas page has the pyramids. If you click there, you'll have access to my syllabus, any discussions. If we ever need to Zoom call, there's a button there. If you do go to the syllabus section here, I do have directions for how to set up yourself as a Canvas observer. That can be very helpful. I would say the two biggest things as a middle school parent that you can do to support your student are to make sure you're an observer on Canvas and that you're checking Skyward at least once a week, twice a week. That can be super helpful for staying on top of missing assignments. Okay, moving on to the fun stuff here. If we go to modules, that is going to take you, this one here, that's going to take you to my week by week list of assignments. If your student ends up in quarantine or is sick or just absent for any other reason, they can find what their classmates are doing here on Canvas. And it is a digital version of what the students in class are doing. So these are kind of taken from what we did last year when we were on Zoom. So for example, in class, we're watching a documentary about the first dogs. If your student clicks here, they'll find that I broke down that video into 3 pieces, and they can use that to do the same assignment, access the same learning as their classmates who are in person. So Canvas, the number one place for your student to go is modules in my class. I will say the real grade for your student is in Skyward. So because I have so many students quarantining and then they're back in and then they're out, check Skyward for the real grade because I'll assign something on Canvas that students do in person. And it's just an easy way for me to make sure that it is showing up on a quarantined student's calendar. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. Last thing I wanted to share what we're going to do for the rest of this year. So let's move this over. There we go. So we're in the Stone Age right now, talking about the Stone Age and the Ice Age. Then we'll move on to the first civilizations, the first cities, government, kings and queens, laws, all that fun stuff. Then we bounce over to ancient Egypt, which is always a good time. Really, really love ancient Egypt. So we'll do ancient Egypt all the way until Christmas and a little bit afterwards. After that, we bounce across Asia and we'll go visit ancient China, ancient India, and we'll travel the Pacific Ocean with the Polynesians. And after those units, we hit the end of our year where we talk about ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and then we finish up with a big unit on the Americas where we talk about the Aztecs, talk about the different tribes in North America. We'll talk about the Inca, talk about the Maya. It's kind of a nice way to wrap up the year before your student starts Washington State history in 7th grade. We kind of look towards what they're doing there. Again, it's really been great to get to know your student this year. If you have any questions, email me, sjohnson3@nthurston.k12.wa.us, or you can call me at the school. My extension is, I might as well just look it up here since I have them open. My extension at the school is 37002. So if you call the school, you can use my extension there, get a hold of me. Although you can only get a hold of me either just before students are arriving or just after school, usually. Anyways, hope you all have a great day. And that's that.